lovelies. So, this week's video, I'll be talking about things we would have done different if we would have known in the beginning. Now, things in the beginning, they will happen really fast, back to back, from purchasing the land to getting our house ready to sell, selling the house, um, finding a manufactured home, putting a contract on it, um, finding a short-term lease, and packing up to get ready to move. All of that was going on at the same time, and it was a lot for me. Now, my husband might feel differently, but for me, it was too much going on at the same time. And so what I would have done differently would have been took things in stages, purchased the land. We did have about a month and a half to recover from that before we went into getting the house ready to sell. But once we got to that point, everything was happening so fast, back to back. We was getting the house ready to sell. So I think I would have liked us to do different was purchase the land, get the house ready to sell the house, find a short-term lease, move, and then relax, catch your breath, recover, regroup, and then go out and find a manufactured home that we liked. And then that way, that would be the only thing that we had to deal with at that time because everything else was taken care of. I tell you, this has been a process, to say the least. Yes, we're surviving. We're getting through it, but some things we didn't have to do when we did it. But sometimes hindsight is 2020, right? You live and you learn. You know better, you do better. So I think to this point where we're at now, that's what I would like to have done different. That way we could have relaxed. It would have been less stressful, not rah, 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 rah at each other because you're stressed out. You're trying to take on too much all at the same time. So that would be my biggest takeaway from what we've gone through so far. Don't do too much at one time. Try to work at it in stages. As our former pastor would always tell us, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And that's the approach that we should have took on this. One bite at a time. Do, maybe one or two things, go through that process, complete it successfully, and then move on to the next one. Because like I said in the first video, you want to be able to enjoy it, because this is a life-changing decision. We decided to sell our home that we were in for 30 years. We decided to leave the state of Maryland and move to Pennsylvania. That was major. And it was major because we don't know anyone in Pennsylvania, right? So we're uprooting and leaving a place where all our family and friends were and moving to some place that, you don't know if it's going to work out or not. But I must say, I don't regret the decision moving to Pennsylvania. My husband doesn't regret it. We love it here. We love it. The people are friendly and kind and helpful. So I mean, it's the best decision that we could have made for this stage in our life. We're both retired, so we wanted somewhere that was peaceful, quiet, and relaxing. And we got it. We got it. But to get to this point, if we would have slowed down a little bit and took things, a step at a time, mapped out the plan a little better. But hey, we're here now. We in the game, and as they say, coach put me in. So we in the game, looking at the playbook, and so, we have to roll with the punches, take the good with the bad and pray for everything. Pray for the best outcome, we take all our concerns to God and we leave them there because he is the orchestrator of our life. And, that's another major point that I have to stress, that our relationship with Christ has helped us through a lot because, as you will find out in future videos, there were some things that, whoo, child, that knocked us down. But we like that we will wobble toy. We may fall down, but we get back up. Okay. All righty. So this is a short and sweet video. I think our next video will cover the pier footings. Yeah, that'll be the next video next week. That process. And that was a humdinger. So yeah, make sure you stay tuned for next week's video. That pier footing, what we went through to get that approved by the inspector and everything. Yeah, that was that was one of them we were wobble times where we fell down, but we had to get back up. Where we had to pray about it and be about it. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I have for this week. And I hope you are enjoying our series into journey into buying a manufactured home. And, basically, I wanted to do these video series that, if anybody else is interested or thinking about doing it, that they can learn from our mistakes and not go down that same road. That's what motivated me to put together this video series, because when we were interested, we both came to the decision that this is what we wanted to do. I started researching, Google this, researching companies and everything. I looked at other people, YouTube videos, what they went through. And there was one little part that they did not speak of. And I will get to that probably in about 3 weeks. And that would have helped us in our process so that, if you have the right information, you can make a better educated decision. So that's why I say research is so important, and ask questions again and again to make sure you understand, especially if this is your first rodeo. If this is your first time doing this, then you need all the information that you can get so you can make the best decision for you and your family, right? All righty then. So that is it for this week. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.